Oh shoot, I forgot to make sure that the microphone is on the right one. It is not. Okay, there we go. The microphone is now hooked up to the right one. Okay. Hooray! We're back! Like I said on my last stream, the new setup is apparently gonna have to wait until I don't even know. I have the best internet I could get right now. So, I don't know, maybe when I start making... when that starts being possible for me, or when I can get a PC, I'll continue with the new stuff, but... I'm just gonna continue what I've been doing, because I think it's been pretty good, and I'll just try to make more edits from now on, I guess. Do my best with that.
I am free to do what you ask of me.
Trigger still tried to kill the caged owlbear. Okay, yeah. So I remember that the caged owlbear kept like being a huge problem. So let's see what we can do. We had to go to open and free, but I don't know if we have enough goodies to do that.
Fun.
See, this was a terrible idea. Oh, wait, hold on. What if we did it while sneaking? Cause would it then like run out and start attacking everybody? How do we sneak again? Can we sneak? Oh no, we're not able to sneak? Is that not something we can do here? Oh, I'm gonna be so mad.
Hesitation
What?
is a waste of time. I will not be trifled with.
No. No! Oh, that's bullshit. We can't sneak?
I do things my way.
Alright, hold on. Because now I have to see
I always have the
what
upper
she's
hand.
able to do. Man. Lore +6 perception, stealth 10, trickery 11. Okay, I'm gonna try and do one of these.
Stay on your toes.
Man.
And so they walked on.
That is incredibly disappointing.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
That's Oliver from escaping. Still have to try to kill. No, my perception was 20. I don't think that this one is as high. Okay, good.
Request.
Alright, gonna save that. So the owlbear is now caged up. You shouldn't have to worry about that.
Everything has a price.
Nothing bars my way.
I will not be trifled with.
As you order.
As you order. I do order, that's right.
I always have the upper hand.
I did as
Stay
you
on your
asked.
toes.
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
Look, we all make mistakes sometimes, okay? But that's why we also have a save button. To go back and prevent those mistakes. We don't have one in real life, so I think we should always take advantage and abuse the save button in video games. And abuse specifically.
As
all
you
the time.
order.
Just use it without restraint.
I always have the upper hand.
just wanted to make sure it was saved that we also got the box.
I need a
See?
challenge.
Again, abusing the button, but was it really something we didn't need?
Stay on your toes.
Right, and I found out that these guys can't heal anymore.
What troubles you?
So all we have are the scrolls that Lindsay has.
Ready and willing.
Shut up. Why are we over here?
Just letting the ink dry.
Okay.
Here!
Reduce person. Scroll of Ray. Acid Flask. Protect from Chaos.
Give the order. I am your shield.
Shield of Faith. What does it do again? It creates a shimmering magical field on the target where it deflects attacks. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Alright, and mage armor.
I yearn for entertainment.
Shh, you earn to live through this battle. Yearn, excuse me. I'm losing my ability to speak coherently.
Any fun to be had?
And what about you? What do you have? And bark skin. Okay.
Adventures call to them.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
No, we're hesitating because we're building up our repertoire. I don't know why you all want to die so eagerly. Okay.
Well,
alright, pause. You're gonna drink this. You
I'm listening.
are going to drink this. You
Where to now?
are going to drink this. Cool.
I do things my way.
remain vigilant.
Okay. Alright, so he's enlarged. She needs to be enlarged too. Do you have... She has one more. Perfect. Give that to Amiri. Owlbear can't get out. Fuck y'all.
I endure.
Alright, hold on. Amiri's dying. Again.
Kiss your life goodbye.
You want to kill me?
Is there anyone else that can heal? It is bullshit that we are dying and like we're not even losing. Ain't that some shit?
I can't keep this up much longer.
Yeah, just load last save. That was shameful. I'm ashamed of myself. And the cats are too.
Onwards, together.
Looks at you sadly from the corner. Seems to have endured some sort of abuse from you, probably at the hands of a certain druid. Scared, angry, wants to take her.
The way seems clear.
Okay, but
A simple
Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
oh shit! I forgot to get them to take the. I'm dumb. I'm a dummy. Okay. It's still stuck in there. We didn't free it. Shit.
Won't kill me.
Okay, you know what? No. Let's go back. I may have confuddled that a little bit. Okay, a lot of it. I confuddled that.
I wrote it like I saw it.
Well,
Okay.
I am your shield.
Oh, it's very nice of you. Thank you. Aren't you a sweetheart?
A reckoning is at hand. Together we are unstoppable.
Everything has a price.
Quick save again. Just because I don't want to have to do that whole thing over again. Alright, we go over here. What? No. I'm gonna try that one more time because I know we won last time. We
Hesitation
did it. We did it
is
before.
a waste of time.
Is that just a one-off?
I need a challenge.
No, it succeeded! Yay! And we're gonna save again.
Let's go.
Everything has a price.
Okay, hold up.
What you want?
For you all not to
I'm
die
listening.
again.
Together we are unstoppable.
I will not be trifled with.
And so they walked off.
Gorum!
The weak suffer. I endure.
Why is he already dying?
Death comes.
kill me. I always survive.
Kiss your life goodbye.
I can't keep this up much longer.
I need a moment to recover.
Okay, what is hitting them so hard? And where's the owl bear?
Ida, help me, please.
Oh, it's the alchemist. Okay, alright. It's the freaking alchemist's fire that keeps getting thrown. Ugh. Okay. I'm guessing it's the halfling they have on their side that's doing it.
And so they walk. Can you make an epic pose? I need inspiration.
That one.
This won't kill me. I survive. I always survive.
Who's killing them now?
You survive. I always survive.
The weak suffer. I endure.
Protect me, please.
Okay.
What a miserable last chapter.
Let us strike as one. I can't keep this up much.
I need a moment to recover.
Ida,
A terrible mistake. The way seems clear. I will not be trifled with.
Okay, let's try this again.
And so they walked on. Just letting the ink dry.
I'm listening. Don't hesitate.
What's the holdup?
I yearn for entertainment. Together we are unstoppable.
I always have the upper hand.
I need a challenge. To victory! This won't kill me. Survive. I always survive.
I died. Free. Protect me, please.
The weak suffer.
Keep this up much longer. Avenge me.
They should have known better.
can't. Oh, after so long, I learned to stand. Oh. Spare me your compassion, your judgment. I'll sleep now. I'll wait for her.
Everything has a price. Hesitation is a waste of time. Stay on your
This is real
toes.
sad. Oh, I was saying before I had muted myself, but
If there's gold, it's
basically,
mine.
I remember last time, as long as like one of them is away,
I will not be
they
trifled
kind
with.
of they can be resurrected, which is cool.
Right.
I always have the upper hand. Everything has a price.
Let's go.
What's that glitter? I do things my way.
A simple request. Time for fun. Death comes.
I always survive.
I die.
Avenge me.
What? Miserable.
I need a moment to recover. A terrible mistake.
Son of an actual bitch. Fuck.
Done with waiting. Give the order.
I yearn for entertainment.
You can count on me.
The way seems clear.
Here. I'm not afraid.
The weak suffer. I endure.
I always survive.
Miserable. This is for you!
up much longer.
A terrible mistake. I always have the upper hand.
I need a challenge.
A simple request.
As you all know.
I'm not afraid.
I always survive.
Anything is possible.
And
So they walked on.
to victory!
I die. better.
Yeah! I'll cut you. Die for me. Bleed for me.
Let us strike as one.
The weak suffer.
Avenge me. Avenge me.
Time for fun.
Are mine! I won't let you take them from me!
Fear me.
Consider me provoked.
Do not falter! They go down!
Serves you. Miserable.
Survive!
Last
I
chapter.
always survive.
Death. Come.
I don't know if this is like a cheat mechanic in the game, the fact that if one person's away, like, you can still make everyone come back.
I won't let you take them from me!
I feel like it's kind of a cheat.
Onwards!
And I'm pretty sure you can turn it off from the settings, but why would I do that?
I can't!
I will not be trifled with.
Can they still not rest and hunt if...
Together we are unstoppable. I yearn for entertainment. I'm quite a social person.
Together.
I enjoy meeting new people.
I do
They
things
didn't learn to keep
my
away
way.
from me yet. What's that thing?
Done and
I
done.
always have the upper
Nice.
hand.
A simple
Everything
request.
has a price.
Shrewsbury is untouched. It seems that it has been slept in for some time.
If there's gold,
Can we
it's
use it?
mine.
I did
I
as
need
you
a
asked.
challenge.
I've broken a nail.
Next
no,
time.
I'm embarrassed. Just not my lucky day.
You can rely on me.
I did as you asked.
Hesitation is a waste of time. I will not be trifled with. Stay on your toes.
Can we hit it?
Something's wrong with the spell here.
That's bullshit. We should be able to destroy the
Let's
box.
go.
I always have the upper hand.
Why?
Everything has a price.
We will prevail.
Your death awaits.
A miserable last chapter.
On my way.
You're trying to roll the druid, the insane father of the stag lord.
I do things my way. Hesitation is a waste of time. Stay on your toes.
Makes it
The way seems clear.
Seconds, barely use it.
Keep formation.
I always have the upper hand.
About time.
I'm making another nice stolen land. Keep track of present.
Everything has a price.
Right.
Can we take a horse? Can we? No? Bullshit. Alright, fine. Whatever.
Success!
Let's go.
I
It's
do
fine, but
things
it's not fine.
my way.
Oh, sorry. I thought they were gonna leave by themselves. Our
I'm by
weight is
your
too
side.
great. Bullshit. Alright,
Adventures
I
call
picked
to
up a
that.
bunch of shit. Let's see if we can equip them. Ooh. Means you can finally wear something. Hold on.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
Why? Why no suitable items? Plus one of Constitution.
Here I am.
Plus one
See
of Giant
me.
Strength.
Any fun to be had?
One to Constitution.
You can count on me.
Light armor studded.
Where to now?
Natural. Stone class. Stone.
Done with waiting.
We're gonna wear a plus for mobility checks.
Stay on your toes.
Of lesser archery. Three to 15. To 12.
I always have the upper hand.
Just letting the ink dry. I wrote it like I saw it. Ready and willing.
A reckoning is at hand.
3 to 13. 2 to 5. 3 to 12.
What you want?
3 to 17.
I'm listening.
1 to 10.
Don't hesitate.
I won't let you down.
5-4. This is 3-2.
I'm restless.
I am yours to command, well.
7-6, 6-4.
What troubles you? And Lindsay was called forth.
It could be how my focus is where it's attached to the present. Once.
I'm listening.
Everything has a price.
Here.
Together we are unstoppable.
This creates where +1 resistance resistance. I don't know. Resistance and cold resistance.
I do things my way.
I'm also those and cold resistance +10.
I am your shield.
Adventures call to them. Anything is possible.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
Okay. Alright, why don't we just get rid of all the shields? That's not what I meant to do. I don't want to get rid of too much. I want to sell a lot of these things.
Stay on your toes.
Nothing bars my
I will
way.
not be trifled with. Everything has a price.
Okay.
If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have survived there. I'd have died under the lash, or jumped on a guard's spear.
I wouldn't have survived without you either. Your rage gave me hope, even on the edge of despair.
Aww. And y'all want to take turns flirting with me? Degenerates. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I said that in my head, but I should have said that out loud.
I'm hungry.
We've barely
Let me
gone
stop.
any length. Just chill.
Most nobles I've seen were arrogant, even with their equals. And you aren't ashamed to be sharing a meal with former slaves.
I've lived among mercenaries for a long time, and they're a motley bunch. From nobles to branded convicts. In a situation like that, you quickly learn to judge people by what they do, not by the color of their coat of arms, or how ancient their lineage is.
I felt that.
need to catch my breath.
Resting would be nice.
My strength
don't you think?
betrays me. To you, I can't say no.
Quiet footsteps.
Says that there's someone that wants to fight us. I guess not.
Lindsay, what are you writing in there again?
You know, something about
His little
someone.
trot.
I'll let you read it once I'm finished. It's hilarious.
Don't fall behind.
Camp camouflage failed, but literally nothing attacked. We're fine.
My way. Precisely.
And sent the villain to oblivion. Oleg looks at you with respect, bordering on admiration, and good riddance. Maybe now we'll be able to actually live in the Stolen Lands, rather than just surviving. Oleg sighs. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. It'll surely boost trade, but all the noise they'll bring with them, well, that's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Restov and report your great victory. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Restov. This is not where the game ends, I remember that. There's like a ton more to do after we become like Lord of the Stolen Lands.
I take from the rich and take from the poor. It's my way of supporting equality.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head. But I knew you could handle it. Congratulations are in order. Today, you'll receive the title of Baroness before the High Society of Rostov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler. But matters of state can wait. For now, enjoy this feast in your honor. All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections. Speaking of connections, let me introduce you to Kasil Eldori. He's my adopted son and apprentice. He's a trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
Performs a textbook perfect bow. I encounter with Tertuccio.
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti. Yes, you certainly have that right.
But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
Okay, this is, I guess, is gonna be long because we should know about all of this, though, if we're gonna be like Lord of the Land. Excuse me. I was about to say Land of the Land.
What's now called Brevoy was originally 2 different countries, Rostland and Isia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the 2 states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal. The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Surtova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Isia. We, the Aldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Isian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker. We, the Aldori and the great noble houses, spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty. And the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be. Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Surtova, the former kings of Isia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now, Surtova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question. Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Isians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Surtovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going? The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain. We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help.
Okay.
I won't go into details,
all right.
But if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
What part does Rostov play in this game?
Rostov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius. Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Surtova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a baroness, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view. And truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Surtovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
Okay.
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game. And today, you move from being merely a piece on the board to being one of the players. I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
Okay. So basically, we have to choose if we're going to be supporters of the Isians or the Aldori. But either way, they're eventually going to separate. And I'm pretty sure when I played this game last time, it mentioned that the people you pick now are going to be influential in that tide of like who you're leaning toward. But I am going to take her envoy.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Lander, a handsome, well-dressed young man of about 17 years old, looks at you with a polite smile. So, you're the famous slayer of the Stag Lord's gang, soon to be a baroness? Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Lander. Just Lander? No last name, no title? Well, let's just say I'm here incognito. Under my circumstances, it's wise to keep one's lineage to oneself. Truth be told, that's precisely why I wanted to speak with you. What I wanted to speak with you about. You see, I'm an heir to one of Brevoy's noble houses. I won't say which, but believe me, a newly appointed baroness with no connections would do well to have a friend like me. I travel the country in secret, without servants, so I can see it for myself. Not from a carriage window, but face to face with the people. My family would never approve, of course, but then I never asked. I need to know Brevoy if I'm going to rule a part of it someday. I know Jamandi wants to impose her stepson on you as an emissary of Brevoy. Refuse. Take me instead. Don't look at my age. While they may have trained this half-orc to swing a sword, I've been training to rule since I was a child. I'll be of far greater use to you, both now and in the future, after I have a firm position in my family. Are you of Restovic nobility? Oh no, I'm not from here. I'm just visiting, so he's the other one. I'm just visiting, you could say. I wanted to see for myself the heroes who managed to conquer the frontier lands, and the Lord Mayor, who was kind enough to invite me to this wonderful party. Tell me more. I'll consider your proposal. Yes, do so, and carefully. So it was you who dealt with the Stag Lord? Allow me to shake your hand. It's nice to see the beginning of a future noble family.
That's easy.
Oh, these young heroes, such bravery, such spirit. Why, I remember when I was your age. A feast in times of pestilence, a ludicrous attempt to sink into reverie, to digress from contemplating one's own insignificance.
Quiet footsteps.
Blah, 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 blah. All of high society is here, even Natala Sertova. There could be an assassination, a provocation, anything. What torture? The guests eat and drink and we can't even move. All of high... Oh, these young heroes. Such bravery, such spirit. Well,
The way seems clear.
Hannes, this man's gorgeous clothes hide rippling muscles, but oh goodness, rippling muscles beneath them. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Rude. Baron Hannes Drulov, he says offhandedly, emphasizing the word Baron. So, Baron Hannes Drulov, I'm sorry. And you must be the Stag Lord Butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name, but can y'all chill? They got the zoomies ×2. They're just jumping off the walls, doing parkour. Anyway, I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name, but you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and so Sword Lord Jamandi is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. You're not very polite. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? A smirk appears on the Baron's face. I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Jamandi would have simply given all of the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal, so she had to urgently make barons of the likes of you and Varn. So you have no army and no special barons. You're just given Yes. Under the circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. Fucking fight me. But let's not ruin Lady Aldor's celebration, If you want so badly to measure merits, we can do so another time. You're not very polite for a nobleman. Politeness must be deserved. Suck my... I'm sorry. Not even deigning to reply, Baron Drelev turns around and looks away.
Careful now.
Try the eclairs. They're delicious. Haha, to victory, to freedom, bottoms up, yes. Because she's like, try the
Quiet
eclairs.
Footsteps.
As Vanki Keeg, a handsome man with a weather-beaten face, grasps your hand tightly in his rough, calloused palms. Unlike the rest of the guests in their festive clothes, he wears a simple robe. The only luxury you see on him is a holy symbol of Aristil made of solid gold. The other guests look at him with respect, some bordering on awe. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Svenki Keeg, High Priest of the Aristil of Rostov. I saw how you fought beside Jamandi that night. Your god granted you impressive power. Yes, I used to serve Aristil on the battlefield, but those days are long past. Now I call this on his power to heal those who have fallen from a roof more often than any wounded by a sword. Of course, someone has to roam the forests and slay monsters, but I'm more useful to my congregation here, attending to more mundane affairs like hospitals, shelters, and charity affairs. Do many people in Rostov venerate Aristil? They revere many gods in Rostov. They pray to Abadar, patron of cities, and Pharasma, gatherer of souls. There are also some of more rarer cults. But there's no denying that the stag god has the largest congregation here, and no wonder. People have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. Diplomacy 18. Bringing law into the stolen lands is a difficult endeavor. I'd be grateful for any help you could spare. Our most pious aspirations are often hindered, but it is not the case that overcoming such obstacles allows us to become closer to our God. I give you my blessing, and I believe you will be able to overcome these hardships and achieve your goals. Damn! The corners of a priest's mouth turn up in a faint smile. The nobles dress in silks and satins to stand out from the poor. A priest wears a simple robe to stand out from the nobles. It is an honor to meet you. Aristil keep you. Walked right through that person, damn. Alright.
Will you drink with me?
You see Casey approaching, the tiefling you met during the battle at Jamandi Eldor's mansion. As she draws near, she places one of the cups of wine she's holding into your hand. Will you drink with me? Yes.
To beauty. It sweetens our happy days and brings solace to our dark and sorrowful ones. But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldery might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words. And I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
No need to apologize. I don't expect everyone to immediately fall under my charms and entrust me with all their secrets. Honestly, yeah.
How amusing. Usually those who don't seek affection are the very ones who receive it. Anyway, enough sweet talk. There is something important I wanted to tell you. As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Kadira, and it just so happens to be located in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
Casey stops looking at you expectantly. Oh, I'm down for a treasure hunt, yeah.
I'm sure you'd like to finally gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So long, friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
Saluting you with the cup, the tiefling girl steps back and disappears into the shadows between the columns. It's adorable.
Precisely.
I like her. Truth be told, I'm not really comfortable here. I lost my taste for high society.
That's easy.
I'm gonna wait to speak with them. It's nice to see the beginning of future. Natala Sartova is discussing something with an unfamiliar old lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You were not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. What do you think awaits me? Nothing good, I fear. The Aldari, our dearest friends, didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Bavoy. It will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to endure a strike from Bavoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone in an independent Restov to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on even that, really. What would you propose? In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be to align yourself with the lawful rulers of Bavoy, the noble houses. The Aldori won't dare to rebel, knowing they will immediately become entrapped. You could help Bavoy avoid a civil war, while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your lands. I believe Jumandi has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her low-born stepson, the greeny-skinned boy. Why is everyone making fun of him? Casil. It's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Chandra Murphy, an experienced diplomat who's more familiar with Bavoy's politics than any brawler could be. The old woman standing next to Natala gives you a slight bow. I would be happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Bavoy. I'll consider your proposal. Think on it. Do not make any hasty decisions. Just give me 1 second. I'm going. So, looks like we have one from the Aldori, one from Bavoy, and one neutral. But, So I'm cheating. I can garble accent generals, but he's the only one good line general in the game. He's the only good. Okay, so. Okay, yeah. I want to go with my original answer, which was the stepson. I already knew I wanted him, but like looking up like all of the envoys and like their drawbacks and pros, basically their pros and cons, I'm pretty confident that my original decision to keep Cassell was a good decision.
Quiet footsteps.
Interesting. These people are not just celebrating. It seems your feat has given them new hope. Lindsay, pour up to the brim so that, oh, I must be drunk. I forgot the line. Maker Varn. This man is obviously more comfortable in the battlefield than in the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly, as though it was borrowed. He has a few pale scars across his face, and his dark hair is drawn into an unkempt ponytail with a few streaks of gray running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and a firm handshake. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mager Varn, the new ruler of Dunsword, your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone could exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. How did you earn the title of baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Jamandi Aldery needed someone reliable to take and hold the territory. I'm the captain of a mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Varnling Host. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Jamandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared it of the most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and a land to own. It was a dream job. How do you feel being noble? Looking at his rich clothes, Varn smirks, like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. He nods toward an arrogant man in the corner of the room. See that lad? Baron Drelov? He's not like us. You know, who knows what generation of baron he is. Didn't even shake my hand. You and me, we're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise he'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. It was nice meeting you. Farewell. Goodbye. Once you've settled in, come pay us a visit. Well, Tartuccio, well, scum, and how did we... maybe I've had one too many.
Careful now.
They call this a feast? I'd show them some real festivities if they'd let me. Oh my. Their wine is alright, nice and strong, but the appetizers, barely a mouthful. They have whole pigs on this table.
Precisely.
Amiri. What? An older man with full sideburns looks at you with interest through a golden eyeglass. Well now, if it isn't the hero of the festivities, the protege of our dear Jamandi. You pulled this all off quite cleverly. I confess, I wasn't convinced your expertise would succeed. I even bet a bottle of my best Pataxian wine against you, but I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Aldori have always been adept at finding new talent. I don't believe we've been introduced. So it would seem. I am Eosif Salimius, Lord Mayor of Restov. I rule this town and the adjacent lands as your northern neighbor. I hope we can look forward to a long and fruitful friendship. So you rule Restov? What about the Aldori? Bravor's politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here in this part of Rosslyn, the spirit of northern freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course. May the gods prolong the life of His Highness. But here, far from the dominions of the great houses, we have our own way of life. It is especially important now, after the certain events that I probably don't need to name. The Adori Sword Lords used to rule Rosslyn. They're still the largest landowners and main military force in the region. But it's not for nothing that Restov is called a free city. We're proud to choose the Lord Mayor from among the citizens, considered not by their lineage, but by their own merits. What kind of events were you talking about? Mayor Salimius gives you a patronizing smile. Why, an aspiring politician needs to be well-formed. I'm talking, of course, about the disappearance of the ruling house for Gorvia. Can you imagine it? Old man Coral conquered our land 2 centuries ago. It would be a shameless lie to say that nobody wished his royal house could just disappear into thin air. But once that exact thing happened, turned out nobody was ready for it. Poof. All over the country, every member of the royal house disappeared without a trace. Nobody knows what happened. It is a mystery, but a mystery pregnant with opportunity for everyone. How are things in Rostov? I don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Trade prospers, the population grows, and the citizens are happy. Although recently, especially after the disappearance of House Rogarvia, more and more troublemakers have been appearing, and people are talking about the most shocking things, but those sorts of rumors aren't worthy of your attention. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye. Please wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself. I like how you read it out loud. Ah, thank you. Sometimes they do voice it, and they do say it themselves, but I guess they're not doing it this time. You're somewhat in need of financial assistance. I could organize and supply everything you need for the construction and spread out the cost on extremely favorable terms. Aye, but what's in it for you? I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start. In exchange, I would ask for a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume the obligation of contracting building services through Rustov's Builders Guild. Do we have a deal? Okay. Then it's a deal. I'll get everything in order right away and schedule a delivery immediately. The feeling is mutual, I assure you. I look forward to hearing more of your dazzling successes soon. I think I just started a business relationship I was not ready to start in. Today is a historic day for Rostov, and maybe for all of Brevoy.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
Before we begin, I'd like to talk about the envoy I'll be taking with me.
My apprentice, Kasil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I like Kasil. Apparently he has the best drawbacks, and he won't leave me at an important part of the game.
Whatever you choose, I won't argue. But you must choose your inner circle with the utmost care.
Yeah, I don't like to be abandoned at an important part of the game, apparently, later on. Because I did cheat a bit and look ahead, but... but apparently he's the only one that doesn't leave. I'm confident in this decision. Thank you. I am ready for the ceremony.
Excellent. Stand here. Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands. Baron Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward. On behalf of the people of the free city of Rostov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
Stay on your toes.
Victory! The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of the new barony has been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming of the stolen lands began.
Yeah, my character absolutely looks like a baron with blood running down her face and everything. Keston Garrus, welcome, your grace. Keston salutes you. You can see he's a bit anxious, and it seems he'd rehearsed his speech many times. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory, and your new title. Lady Jamandi transferred me here. I'm at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. Aww. Glad to have you. Gotta have loyal people in my party. It's always important. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital citizens. The Staglord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived. The new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Restov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Aldori, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. The main question is, where can I get a Shrinker 3? It's time to toast my victory. Creston hesitates a brief moment, then laughs. I'll make sure to show you, the moment we enter the city. The tavern was the first business that opened. Building a city is thirsty work. And, I beg your forgiveness for my behavior during reception. I drank a little too much. It is a day of celebration. I remember in the back of the main hall, he did say he had one too many. Where are my companions? They were all somewhere around here, but I never kept an eye on who went where exactly. Well, I assume Tristan is with Jod, and you can always find Lindsay. Just follow the noise and turmoil. Are there any citizens I should know about? Our old acquaintance Jod is right here. Aristil's clerics normally don't like cities much, but he's eager to serve you. Also, the emissary from Bavoy is here, waiting for you in the throne room. There's also the curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit, a blind elf. Destino only knows how he managed to get here. He seems peaceful, even pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd, so I let him stay a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him now. That's about it, I guess. What's the mood of the people here? I must admit, I've never seen anything like that my whole life. A city, a whole barony born right before our eyes. The people sense the moment, and today we're feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I'd normally feel out of place among all the rejoicing, but today's just one of those days. Oh, it's so... I want to give him a hug. I'm going to give him a little virtual hug. I'm ready to look around the city. Lead the way. Follow me, Your Grace. Oh, greetings, Your Grace. We are, well, your new subjects. We're selecting a site to build our new house. It's wet near the lake and windy up here on the hill. A fine place to throw garbage at your neighbors' heads, though. Ouch. Aw. It's a good thing you got rid of those monsters and bandits, Your Grace. Oh, you're welcome. Do you recognize this place, Your Grace? This is where the Stag Lord's fortress wall used to be. Not that it saved him, huh? That was like 2 seconds. You need to give me a moment. Jeez. The heart of every town is its main square. We plan to hold street festivities and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Oh, the big bow. Greetings, Your Grace. If you turn to the right from the square, you'll end up straight in our tavern. The tavern's ale is blessed by Caden Kalen himself, I swear, and the lady who owns it is a gem. I've heard our Baroness is tall as a troll, has hair of pure gold, and can breathe fire! Oh, that's old nonsense. Well, except for the part about breathing fire. All barons can breathe fire. Trust me. Absolutely. These people know what's up. Welcome, Your Grace. Glad to serve you. Your Grace, those are our guards. They keep order in the city or keep their mouths busy with gossip. Their commander is something. It's definitely a thing. Use the observation platform. I hope one day your capital will grow large enough that we won't be able to see its full extent from this perch. There are cats fighting in the background of this game. The building in front of us is your residence. That's where we'll head to now.
hesitation is a waste of time.
So now we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark all the important scout reports and other news worthy of your grace's attention. Having finished his speech, Creston tucks his thumb under his belt and stands quietly. Casil. Greetings, your grace. Casil, Lady Jamandi's ward, gives a polite bow. It was a pleasure to meet you at the restive reception. On behalf of your allies and benefactors, the Aldori Sword Lords, I'd like to offer you some advice. Barony effects. Community +6, loyalty +6, military +3, economy +3, divine +3, art +3, stability +3. New event. Trade agreement with Sertova. Agreement with Iosef. Same as Ivanki's offer. Pillage the Temple of the Elk. Rebuild the Temple of the Elk. Ooh, that's a whole lot to remember. Hopefully all of those get put into my journal. You can solve most of your barony's problems by granting appointments to the right people, responsible people, but certain state business will demand your personal attention, as will the visits of especially important guests. Reports of such outstanding events will be marked on your map. You can always check it while considering your plans. According to the ancient traditions of Brevoy and most of the river kingdoms, rulers address affairs of state and receive visitors at the beginning of the month. My advice to you is to maintain this tradition and regularly visit your capital when needed. The first thing you should do as a ruler is to assign loyal people to all the important positions in your barony. Your clerics, Jod and Tristan, were the first to seek an audience. I won't distract you further, and I'll leave you to consider. Once again, my congratulations. May your rule be long and prosperous. Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baroness. I am confident that you'll be able to bring order to these troubled lands. Jod stumbles slightly, though, to be honest, that isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Tristan and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with putrescence. Ugh, I'm disgusted with whoever could do this. Jod exhales loudly, catching his breath. And now there is new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There is a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place, and we felt the same putrescence as at the Temple of the Elk. What is this place? Where is it? There is a bald hilltop not far from here, to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely barren of life. The locals believe that rituals glorifying the dark gods were held there back in ancient times. There is no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. And this wound will undoubtedly open again. Tristan and I felt something approaching, something ominous. This curse will soon return to plague us once more. I swear by Aristil. I'll go there as soon as I'm able. I'd be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. I agree with Tristan. We have been to this hilltop. It's barren, filled with dense atmosphere of unease. Well, what do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the bald hilltop and resolve this issue. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening you with getting the grasp of your barony. I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at hand right now. Now it's cool. We good.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
I'm tired of you complaining. Each supervised by an advisor. There's follows population, loyalty, military, economy, divine, relations, stability, magic, culture, and espionage. Or the negative factors don't let your barony stats drop to low 0 or lower. This will cause your subjects to riot, and your state will begin to crumble. Each stat has certain milestones or ranks. Stat upgrades. Each stat you may appoint your companions as well as some of the stolen land citizens into these advisor positions. Each of the 10 positions has at least 3 characters who are qualified to hold it. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away. Some of them will need to be convinced. Appointing others will require completing an assignment for them or rendering them. Okay, so I guess we can start appointing citizens after we get their quests. We complete them so that way we earn their loyalty. Your own opinions on everything that happens in your domain. Therefore, you might want to select characters whose governance philosophy is consistent with your own. Every barony stat gains a bonus from a specific ability of the appointed advisor. The exact size of the bonus is... The advisor may address the problems, opportunities, and some events that occur in your domain that require immediate attention. Don't leave these positions vacant. I'll keep the name, because I stole him. Alright, advisors. Regent. The regent ensures subjects' complaints and concerns are heard by their ruler and serves as a link between the baroness and the people. Counselor. The counselor deals with the troubles of the common folk and helps settle land disputes and agricultural matters. This advisor ensures citizens remain loyal to the throne. Deals with people over all other concerns. The general is the highest ranking officer in the army of the barony and is responsible for watching the borders and protecting the realm. Hot-headed and direct approach, help those in need. The treasurer's duty is to keep the coffers of the barony full and ensure any gold spent is spent wisely. I don't have any treasurer? Oh no! High priest. No matter what deity he serves, the high priest strives to satisfy the spiritual needs of all citizens of the barony. Stop without disrupting local traditions, favors unusual but effective solutions. I'm gonna choose him. Could last a month without loyal and reliable leaders. I like that he always tries to help those in need. We don't have a treasurer though, which is concerning. Allow you to significantly increase your barony stats and found settlements in the new land. You must do to claim a new region and meet special regional conditions. That is complete a quest. Collect sufficient BP for the claim. Find an unoccupied advisor who can take charge of the claim. As soon as you start the kingdom project to claim a region, time will automatically speed up for the next 14 days, the time it takes for you and your advisor to claim the region. After your territory is claimed and annexed into your domain... Oh, shit. When your barony has stats that reach 20 points, it's time for you to increase its rank. First, meet with your advisor and discuss the future of the state. To do so, return to your capital and click on the button to the appropriate event card in the throne room. Whatever choices you make, remember, your advisors may disapprove. If the current advisor decides that you argue too much, they will quit forever. After you talk to an advisor and make a decision, a new kingdom project will become available that will increase a stat rank. You can find it at the bottom center of the screen on the Projects tab. It will take you and your advisor 14 days to complete the project. Time will automatically speed up. Declare the Oscars. Yeah! We claimed it! Oh, I did not mean to do that. What did I do? Oh, you may construct buildings to increase your barony stats. Each building has a cost in BP and a construction time. You may construct several buildings simultaneously. Start construction. Yep. Special bonus. Most commonly, 2 buildings must increase to grant the bonus. Make sure you reach this feature. Demolish your building to get rid of it and recover half the resources you spent on construction. If you want to move a building, you will have to demolish your own. Okay. Tuskdale. Do I have anything to build though? Oh, I do have BP. Okay, alright. 2 out of 10. Another longhouse. And only have 114 left. I have 2 more squares. Barracks. Okay. I have herbalist house, shop, tavern, longhouse, dance hall, longhouse, barracks, orphanage. What else should I build? Shrine? No, we don't really need to build a shrine. We already have 2 of the faith things, I think. Okay, 84 left. We have a shop. Pretty sure I already have a tavern, right? Yeah. Watchtower. Tall structures are supposed in landmark. Do I have a granary and a brewery, or just a granary? Oh, I don't have either. Okay. Oh, okay, I can still build more stuff. I did not know that. A wooden wall. Alright, that's it. Just some protection for them. Okay. Everything will be finished in 7 days, 5 days. Okay. Yep, exit town management. I think that was good. Nice. It doesn't have any stats yet because it's still building everything, but I don't think that's too bad. Got a nice community thing going, got some loyalty, have some economy, some military. We have, I think, only 1 relations. For brewery, yeah. We also got 2 divine, because we have built 2 longhouses. No arcane, no stability, oh no. Oh, we do have culture. Hey, a little bit of culture. Ooh. I did not make any espionage. Prevents future restoration of the temple. So, switch from glory, making it the center of Aristo's worship and all this army. Okay. Yeah. Hey, you go ahead and do that. My priest has a strong interest in spreading the stag God's faith across the region. He is eager to build a shrine dedicated to Aristotle on your lands, but at his own expense. Accept his offer if you wish. Gain an ally and a place of worship for Aristotle. Alright, these I need, I guess, the treasure, but I don't have a treasure right now.
It has a price.
Tristan lowers his head. Greetings, Baroness. I'm sorry to take you away from your other affairs, but your people need you. When the stolen lands were freed from the Stag Lord, the people sighed in relief, but many are still confused by their swift change of fortune. Truth be told, they simply don't know what to think of their new Baroness, nor what to expect of you. Will you be a fair ruler for all, or only for those of wealth and status? Let us reassure your people. Show them where your favor truly rests. Perhaps a small celebration would help to win them over. Of course, you could spend the same amount on a luxurious dinner for the wealthiest of your barony, but I recommend organizing a fair for the common people, the ones upon whose shoulders your power truly resides. Okay. So, my alignment is chaotic good. And I think that's something that I should really... Gain 20 BP. I don't care to read. We can do without festivities and feasts. I want to do the fair. +2 community, +2 culture. New events support the counselors' endeavors. Tristan smiles warmly. We will hold a common celebration where everyone will be welcome, including the poor and downtrodden. This is the greatest gift a ruler can give to her people. Hey! Ham looks embarrassed. He runs his fingers through his beard and clears his throat a few times and speaks at last. I heard, not that it is important, but, well... He clears his throat again. I heard that an ancient trade road built by the dwarves of the Five King Mountains runs through these lands. I don't know what happened to them, or where they went. Unforgiving time spares no one, but the road itself is still there, and possibly not only the road. Harren holds his beard in his fist. Well, Faye, I have a request. If you find any dwarven ruins in the area, I'd like to see them with my own eyes. Why do you ask this? Ham fiddles with his beard again. I shouldn't, probably, but it's like a wound that's never healed. You know, it will only hurt more, but you still need to scratch it. Of course it's foolish. Foolish in vain, but still I wish to look at them. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Faye. I will... Thank you. Aww.
The way seems clear.
How may I serve you, Your Grace?
An urgent matter for the future. I'm super worried I wants to discuss something. Just the countries have already set their economy +2. Oh, what? Why? Requires 7 days to solve. Okay, nice. Well, it proved true the barony has been flooded with monstrous spiders attacking the locals and slaughtering cattle. Really don't have enough BP for messing around in this settlement. Yeah, I want to leave and go to the hilltop.
Have the upper hand.
Your Grace, Keston has a troubled look on his face. I fear there's another matter that requires your attention. There have been reports, many of them, from settlements across the narrow marches. There are trolls in the forest, seemingly hordes of them. Rumors claim they're more than the typical savage beasts. They almost seem to show reason and tactics. They form groups, attack all at once, plunder the villages, and carry away the peasants. Even stranger, kobolds have been spotted among their ranks, when usually they would be attacked on sight. Keston falls silent for a moment. I'm not certain of any of this is reliable. Fear builds mountains of molehills. Some of the rumors even say these trolls carry torches and burn down houses, seemingly unafraid of open flames. It's entirely possible the rest of the reports could be exaggerated as well. The common folk will hardly heed in any simple exhortation. Someone will need to go to the Nar Marches to investigate the matter. I was considering the matter when it hit me. What if you were to take on this investigation yourself, Your Grace? I head south and look into the situation. Thank you, Your Grace. Keston sighs with relief. When you decide to go, please remember that trolls can only be killed with fire or acid.
Trolls who didn't fear fire? That sounded terrible, and dangerous, and terribly dangerous. If we couldn't rein them in, our young barony would be eaten up in a snap.
That's easy. I will not be trifled with.
Ma'am. Excuse me? Summary of a travel Kelishite. Truly, I have received my name and appearance from my parents who had come to Kalesh from afar. I never knew them, for the fate had separated us when I was young, so I grew up in Kalesh, right by the followers of Sarenrae. My home is where my heart is, within the temples of the great goddess, among the wise and generous men that took upon themselves the care of a child that was so unlike them. I learned mercy and patience at an early age, and it is these virtues that have made me the man I am today. Enjoy traveling. Tristan nods, his eyes light up. Oh yes, no library or no archive, however large, would ever allow me to learn as much of the world as I have in my journeys. It was only outside the temple walls I realized every living thing is a world unto themselves, a world where many contradictions and passions coexist. Each realm leaves its mark on the lives that live here. Only by visiting it, by breathing the same air, walking on the same soil, can you understand its people, what drives them, what frightens them, their dreams, and how they honor their gods. Doesn't being outside the temple make you uncomfortable? Tristan shakes his head. There are many ways to honor one's gods, Faye. It is true shrines. Shrines play a role in the lives of many of the faithful, but even more find other ways to serve Sarenrae. Did that cat just fucking jump? The healing light values good deeds above all else. I cannot stand by and watch evil claim others. Tristan thinks for a moment, then raises an eyebrow. Perhaps that is another reason why I chose to go on my pilgrimage, leaving behind the temples of Kalesh. Tristan touches his chest. My faith is in my heart and in my hands. Millions honor Sarenrae in her temples, and my soul is filled with joy when I think of their devotion to the goddess. Nevertheless, my path is a different one. Do you know where you're going next? No, my thoughts were far from it, for my mission here is not yet done. Tristan stares at you in surprise. Why do you ask? Do you wish me to leave your lands? To the contrary, I hope you will stay with me for as long as you can. The thought of leaving is not a welcome one. Yes, flirt. Yes. Tristan nods, smiling. I, too, would not welcome the thought of leaving you. Tristan pauses, then gives a rueful smile, shaking his head. My apologies. I don't know what came over me. I simply... Ooh is right. And this is the man I'm trying to romance. There's two other characters, Octavian and Regengard, that have already, tried flirting. But, I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get this guy. My apologies. I don't know what came over me. I simply wanted to say I won't leave you until you ask me to. And still, I hope that won't happen. Tristan stops, his face red. Yes. Yes! Forgive me if my stories have bored you. I am not accustomed to speaking about myself, and in truth... Yeah, he blushes. So... See, this is why I chose him. And in truth, take little enjoyment in it. You called yourself the Chosen of Sarenrae. What did you mean by that? I'm not going to do all of these, obviously, because we would spend literally the next hour reading them all. But I'm just gonna go through this, and then we're gonna leave and try and bring him with us into the party. You called yourself the Chosen of Sarenrae. What did you mean by that? Sorry, that was a mere jest. Other acolytes at my temple used to tease me with that title. This should tell you how pious and devoted I was compared to them. And yet my faith was strong. Is strong. Sarenrae knows this and protects me in times of great peril. If something ever threatens my life, by her divine powers I am transported to a safe location. So you got the same ring Lindsay does, huh? If all of us are about to die, you just keel right out, huh? Gotcha. Tristan bows his head. A pleasure. Storyteller. The man standing before you resembles an elf, but a very old one. Oh yeah, they talked about this guy earlier. His face is wrinkled, and his beard is as white as mountain snow. The man seems to be completely blind. The old man stares past you with unseeing eyes. He seems to be consumed in his thoughts. He mutters a soft melody, swaying back and forth slightly to its rhythm. The man shudders briefly and stops singing. His mouth opens and closes a few times, bringing to mind a fish brought ashore. Oh, who was there? Is that you, your grace? How could you tell it was me? I need a wise advice. Who are you first? I am an elf of Cunin. My name is not important. I am a storyteller, collector of stories. I collect unknown legends of ancient times. The man smiles, but it doesn't seem to be directed toward you. Long ago, I was a smith of Cunin. The fire of the forge has burned out my eyes, but I am grateful for it. If I could see, I would yet forge suits of armor for Iadara's guards. Instead, I have stepped on the path of an adventurer and gatherer of ancient legends. The old man ponders slightly for a moment. Many peoples are long dead. Their homes crumble to dust and their bodies turn to ash. Only legends can still tell us of their triumphs and defeats, their joys and fears. I would be so interested to hear the stories told about us after our demise. I've always been drawn to the stolen lands, where countless expeditions, armies, and even kingdoms have met their untimely ends. When I learned of a new barony being founded in the heart of these lands, I knew I wanted to be a part of its story, so I made the journey here. Are you really an elf, or do elder elves age like you have? A common question. Despite my unusual looks, I am an elf. And an old one, yes. Perhaps older than any other elf in Cunin. However, I doubt my age alone is responsible for my appearance. I keep the stories of many people and races, some forever gone from the face of Golorian, but they live on in my memory and my heart. When I accept a new story, I lock it within myself, bearing the weight of its words and the emotions they invoke. I sometimes think that I probably should have died long ago, but some incomprehensible force is keeping me alive and granting me the ability to continue my quest to gather stories. Be it divine power or fell curse, I am grateful either way. The old man smiles slightly. It is not so hard to recognize a ruler by the way she walks. No one in here steps as confidently as you, Your Grace. Would you like to be my advisor? Damn. The storyteller's voice grows soft. Thank you for your words. I am unlikely to be able to interpret the intricacies of the political world or the affairs of the treasury, but my advice regarding the magic of the arts would be useful to any ruler. Ooh. The man's voice rustles like autumn leaves. I'm a collector, not a trader. If I share a story with you, you receive the power to pass it further, changing or embellishing it, whether willingly or not. Can I be certain you will keep my stories intact in their absolute purity? The storyteller ponders for several moments. No, I do not think so, at least not yet. These legends are the most precious valuables of this world, the last remnants of the ancient tribes. They are beacons illuminating the way to the past, allowing us to meet generations long gone. I cannot let their light fade. The path to the past must not be lost. The old man thinks for a moment, then continues. But I offer you a deal, Your Grace. If on your journeys you discover items that come from eras past, bring them to me. And if my eyes can see the stories that these relics hold, I will gladly share them with you. I have many artifacts. I found these shards of an artifact, of an ancient art. Can you store that for me, may I? The scorched piece of metal is a part of a curious artifact known as the Necklace of Double Crosses. Inside it I sense a story of many deeds, not heroic, but low and maleficent. If you find all 7 of its fragments, I'll be able to restore the artifact and recount its inglorious story. I brought some relics. The storyteller's eyebrows raise. How interesting. May I, Your Grace? He gently touches the items from the pack. A coin from a non-existent country. When Coral the Conqueror mastered Rostland, having claimed it for Brevoy, he prohibited the issuance and use of such coins. Both ordinary folk and the Aldori swords were required to use new coins, decorated with Coral's profile, but no one was quick to be rid of these prohibited coins. Oh no, in many houses they still store boxes and whole chests of such coins, waiting for the day when Rostland declares its independence. Items are gold coins 1200. Hold up. He pays for them? He pays for them. He pays for them. He pays for the coins. He pays for the artifacts. This is good. This is very good. We are so poor. The storyteller's fingers caress the symbol shaped like a tree leaf. And what's this? I hear the voices of trees, smell the scent of fresh leaves. A dryad mark, is it not? I'd be happy to purchase it from you. No, you just took it. You didn't even ask. You didn't even really ask. You just, alright. The storyteller idly toys with the ancient plain-looking coin. What was the name of the Calorian ruler who issued this coin? Does anyone remember now? What did the Cyclopses use it to purchase? Food, books, weapons? Perhaps someone's life or their freedom. Man, that dog's barking. And it's a very rude dog. He also wants to be part of the story, but unfortunately, he's just too annoying to include. Who can say? Its history was erased by the Earthfall, but I will buy it from you for significantly more than it was worth in its own time. He's really buying a lot of shit. Alright. The storyteller weighs the soldier's tag in his palm. The soldier does not ask where the banners of war are headed. He or she goes to battle, dies, and leaves it to others to decide whether the cause was just. This tag belonged to one of the many warriors who helped establish the glory of the Taldan Empire. If you would permit me, I would gladly purchase it from you. Why are you asking? You're just taking it. Ah, the belongings of brave heroes who performed their feats here before you. I sense you'd be interested to hear their story. These lands took many lives and spawned many legends. I can now tell you of a distant expedition undertaken by a group of Brevic heroes to a place known as the Drowned Trees. I would be happy to trade the whole set of items for their story. Can you hear it calling to us? I also get money, though, when we trade him stuff, so let's do that. Oh, and 600 experience. Goddamn. I hear rowlocks creaking, river water splashing, bushes rustling, and arrows singing through the air. I feel an invincible will, a cold resolution to finish what's been started, no matter the cost. My chain armor clings to my body, and my young hands grip a sword tightly. I am leader of a group of brave souls set off to the stolen lands to clear them from bandits once and for all. 4,000 gold. Oh my. We sail in a large freight boat. It serves as bait for the bandits who keep throwing themselves at it only to find death. A death as inglorious as the life they've lived. From time to time, we manage to capture a prisoner. While our Inquisitor talks now, I go to the stern, shutting my ears to their cries. I remind myself that these are scum, drenched in blood to the elbow. I think upon our cause, our freedom from my homeland, an independent Wastland. But my goosebumps rise with each pitiful cry. I must steel myself and be strong. Who's in your group? A paladin, a ranger, a sorceress, a priest, an inquisitor, and me, a fighter. All experienced combatants. Over and over, we've saved each other's lives in times of need. Why do you question the prisoners? The bandits attacking our boat are small fry. We're looking for their main lair, a place known as the Drowned Trees. We seek the leader of the bandits, an underwater monster named Dargut Droon. We will not leave without his head. There always been so many bandits? This land swarms with them, and we meet them more often than common merchants. You see, we started a rumor that the Aldori sword lords are using this boat to sneak treasures out of the country. Now half the gangs in the area are hunting us. At night it seems a whole army is attacking our boat. Far too many for us to fend off. But luckily, we don't have to. While they battle monsters, we've summoned in a pitch-black magical darkness. We drink the potions we've prepared, and dive under the water. The scum break into the hold, but instead of treasure, they find their final surprise. The work of a Restovic alchemist, a trap. A dozen barrels of highly explosive oils. We watch from a safe distance as the boat is blown to pieces in a deafening explosion. Everything has gone according to plan. The more who die here, the fewer will meet in the Drowned Trees. We march through the forest, then camp to regain our strength. Their nest is close. Our Inquisitor discovered everything, even the location of their secret entrance. Today we rest. Tomorrow the Bandit King will draw his final breath. What a kind of secret entrance. An underwater path, winding along the swamp bottom. We had potions to breathe freely underwater. We couldn't see beyond our outstretched arms in the muddy water, and there were plenty of traps along the way, but the Inquisitor learned all the signs that marked the safe passage. At least we believed she did. Even if you sneak into the bandit camp unseen, how will you handle all of them? Each of us is worth 24 in battle. Besides, we are well prepared. Chaos, confusion, and summoned monsters will be on our side. And a fire. A lot of fire. We trudge through muddy waters. Suddenly a giant log, studded with blades, falls from above. I manage to stagger back, but the paladin who walked beside me is now a gory sight, spread thin across the ground. The next moment, a monstrous creature emerges from the darkness, a twisted cross between fish and monkey. Its clawed hand reaches out, effortlessly melting away the Inquisitor's flesh, then ripping out her heart. This is the king of the bandit. Dargot Droon, the bandit we captured, did not lie, but the secret passage he spoke of led right into the underwater lair of his master. I bury my terror deep in my soul. There was no time for weakness. There were only 4 of us left, and we are gasping for air by the time the freak's lifeblood stains the water. We leave the beheaded body on dry land, then retreat and recover. Only now I allow my hands to tremble, my breath to race unbidden, my tears to flow. What kind of monster was Dargot Droon? They say he was once a normal human, but he offended a powerful fae. She cursed him, turning him into a monster, but one bestowed with the ability to breathe underwater and melt human flesh with his touch. You ever think that when you do these curses, they might think to themselves, hey, let's not make them incredibly strong and difficult to kill? You know, just a thought. With these powers, he became the Bandit King. Did you find anything useful in Dargot's lair? Oh yes, the Bandit King was a true collector of magical items. We lost 2 of our friends, but what we found there would help us finish what we started. So the bandit wanted to set you up, but he played right into your hands? You could say so. Dargot Droon didn't expect an armed party to appear there before him, but we were too unprepared for the encounter. The bandit's lie cost both sides dearly. The next night we return the same way. We swim up the surface and quietly gather our bearings. Above us loomed the drowned trees, enormous dead trunks emerging from the water, bridges crisscrossing their branches. The air is filled with the sounds of battle. Having lost their king, the bandits now battle each other for power, and we are ready to join the fight. We leave at dawn. Behind us, smoke rises up to the sky. The bandit nest smolders and blazes. Only 2 of us remain, the priest and I. We've won, but this victory tastes of ash, cinders and swamp ooze. I ask him, tell me, Esvanki, was it worth it? Oh, we know that guy. He puts his hand on my shoulder and says, yes, Jamandi? Oh! Now the stolen lands will be ours. I wish I believed him. The storyteller heaves a sigh, runs his hand over his face and rubs his temples. Thus the expedition of the drowned trees came to an end. I must admit, it was no easy feeling for me to stand in the place of this daring woman. The steel of her soul was colder than ice. Wait, is this the story of Jamandi Eldori? But she's still alive. Some people become legends in their own lifetime. Jamandi has performed many glorious feats. Then there may yet be more ahead. If Jamandi has once cleared the stolen lands of bandits, why must we do it all over again? The death of Dargot Droon and destruction of the drowned trees weakened the bandits, but not for long. The paladin who died was a noble. It was he who was supposed to claim the stolen lands and send in his troops. While Jamandi sought another candidate, or a priest capable of performing a resurrection ritual, a new bandit leader emerged in the stolen lands, in the destroyed fortress on the banks of the Tuskwater. Within the year, the stolen lands were swarming with gangs once more. So that was the stag lord that we killed. Thank you for the storyteller. The storyteller doesn't answer, his unseeing eyes staring ahead blankly. We got fucking money!
I do things my way.
I am very excited. Alright, I'm gonna wait to level up, actually. Wait, no. No. It's closed. I haven't made any choices.
Quiet footsteps. Hesitation is a waste of time.
My savior.
Oh, ma'am.
You asked if we'd meet again. And here I am.
A savory aroma of herbs and flowers is the first thing that lets you know that your longtime acquaintance is here. The nymph looks at you in a strange way, like she's never looked at you before. Ma'am. I already have a romance goal, but you're making me question it.
I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power?
This is very flirty, but also, yeah, absolutely, sure.
I will show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I.
Oh wow, she's
Deep
blunt!
in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins long abandoned.
She doesn't beat around the bush.
Swallowed by the
Get
thicket.
it? Get it? Because she's nature. I'm
There's
sorry.
an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. Shadow under its green crown, I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lady, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
Seeing you is the best. Oh my god. I wish to ask you something.
Forgive me. Nymphs are not made for cities. The noise and vanity of human settlements vex me. I will answer all your questions, but there, in the silence of my asylum.
You know, same. I felt that.
So long. I will await you there, as the ground waits for spring under the heavy winter's snow.
You know, I chose the more platonic answer because, again, she's trying. But I already have a romance partner that I'm trying to get. Oh,
Precisely.
Out of me. Leave me alone. Hold on. Those things I just sold to you. You don't have a ton of good stuff, huh? It's unfortunate. Because I'm rich now, so. Grace, come take a look at the wares. Yeah.
Hey, get up on!
Wand vanish. Shut your baby up. A merchant would pay well for it. Yeah, you're not really paying that well. Only 20 for an exquisite pearl? Oh, well.
Everything has a price. Stay on your toes.
Will you pay better for this thing that I have? Really? You ain't paying well at all.
Careful now.
Oh, it's like right here. I wonder if we defeat like dungeons and stuff for these areas, do they become
Remain vigilant.
part of our settlements? I'm wondering if I should make her into like a multi-class or something. Not for now, but if I do, it'll definitely be Slayer. I think it goes well with like her build. You know what? I kind of want to go back. Okay, actually, yeah.
I
Who's
wrote
next?
it like I
Lindsay?
saw it.
Thing is, should I multi-class her as a cleric, even though it doesn't have the following features? Atheism. Did you move from place to place? Chasing enemies. Okay, I'm gonna keep them at their classes for now. +2 racial. Alright, fighting defensive draws bonus. She attacks from far away though, from like a distance, so it wouldn't make sense to give her the fights defensively one. Next.
One shouldn't brag about a big sword if they can't carry one.
Oh, goodness. And that's why we put your athletics up again. Mobility up.
I'm listening.
Next. Fighter. I thought she was a paladin. Maybe I'm just going insane. Alright, fighter. Really? That's all she gets? Ew.
Any fun to be had?
Minor skill to pierce it. And strike. Jeez, this feat me also.
Right here, my friend.
Hmm. Hmm. Constitution. Okay. Oh yeah, we get to level up a few times. Okay. into athletics checks. What would go good with the cleric? Meta magic. I think it'd be good for him.
I will not be trifled with.
Alright, we're gonna save, so that way I never have to do all of that all over again.
To arms! I'll loot your corpse. Stab their backs.
Darkflower, grant me strength.
Survive. I always survive.
Healing fire. I need your breath.
It just takes so long for them to heal. To cast healing spells, I mean.
Oh, Sailing Ray, I see your light.
The weak suffer. I endure.
Okay, maybe I should have.
This won't kill me.
See what your entrails look like. Death comes.
Oh, right.
You deserved it.
Cover me!
Come on, it's literally one left. Like, she's got one health left. Come on, guys. There we go. Jeez.
I do things my way.
A fragment of ancient pillar covered with the road of letters of an unknown language.
Right.
As you order.
That's it? No, that's it? Discuss what the barony. Oh, they're so close. I guess not protect. If I had to fight it the same way altogether. Now, where's my pro? There is. We should probably prepare something.
Hesitation is a waste of time. Go pay for like what, 20 more minutes and then that's it? Right now I want to find Nettle. God, we were supposed to talk about here. A riverbed nightmare. Where did we leave Nettle? Fangberry Cave. Where is it? I know we encountered this place before, so it's a place we've been to before. Riverbed Nightmare. Shrike River. There we go. So it's somewhere in Shrike River. Shrike. Middle Crossing, a soggy remnants of on David Jones. I think that's it. A huge 8-legged beast continues to multiply and flood the barony with their offspring. My bad.
May we have a moment of respite? Don't get me wrong. Knowing how to forgive is as important as knowing how to fight. Without mercy for the defeated, the victor wins no glory.
What do you know about glory? The one who defeats everyone else is the most glorious. And the best mercy is killing fast without suffering.
Amiri, that was real fucking intense. But is the last one here from the curse? What? What? Oh god. Oh god. Can you, like, please move out of the fucking way?
Your death awaits. I'll loot your corpse.
I'm literally just trying to get to, like, Nettles Crossing.
Remain vigilant.
I will not be trifled with.
Like, real fast, so I can immediately go back to my kingdom and fix this whole spider problem, apparently. I mean, I saw the title card there, but I thought it would be fixed if we went there ourselves and fixed it. Oh my fucking god, moved.
So they walked on.
Where is the Nettle?
I do things my way.
Head on.
There he is. Staglord is dead. Pharasma awaits. Farewell. You freed an innocent soul from eternal torment. Yours is truly a noble soul. Tristan lowers his head and begins whispering a prayer. The corpse crumbles to the ground. Aww. Yay.
You can count on me.
See, that's all I wanted to do. I didn't want all of this spider business to fuck up what I was trying to do, okay?
Stay on your toes.
Alright, now we need to fucking hurry up and get back, I guess. Oh, we can just teleport right back? Oh my god, that's amazing. We can go right back. Miserably failed to overcome the challenge. My bad. I was busy. The curses. Shit. Alright, let's meet the visitors first.
okay? Available, completed. Aw, damn. I need more advisors. Alright, so they're working on all that shit. We're going straight back to Tuskdale. You know, it might be faster if we just go this way. Rat Nook Hill. Oh, that got its name. Its nasty reputation when rats swarmed in huge numbers. Is there a way to see from here how many BP I have? Because I couldn't see it. Oh, look at my alignment staying true to myself.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
No. Alright, time to talk to the visitors. The man before you reeks of vanity. His black hair is curled, styled, and generously waxed from the hair atop his head to the points of his mustache. His cheeks and forehead are powdered white, giving him a pallid look. His hand rests casually on the golden hilt of his rapier. I don't know actually how to say it. I just put a bit of a flair because I thought it might be right. As he approaches, a mean, sly smile appears on his face, clearly practiced and prepared in advance. "Ah, the ruler of this barony. I'm flattered by your attention. Sir Stefano Mosconi of Patax at your service." The man performs a derisive bow. "What brings a Pataxian noble to my barony?" "I was just traveling back home to glorious Patax after paying a visit to Restov, all in service to King Castruccio Irovetti. I thought I might take a day to visit the capital of Patax's bold new neighbor." Sir Stefano sniffs, then grins. "I must say, I really should have spared myself the trouble. It's hardly worth seeing." Chaotic neutral. If I ever could tell you're deliberately trying to defend me, Sir Stefano, perhaps you could just tell us directly what it is you came here for. I kind of like that response. Unless I send you back to protect sooner than you planned. It's too much of a threat. And I'd never like to go by lawful. Sir Stefano stares at you and snorts. "You know, the initial goal of my visit was to take measure of your so-called barony, to see if you had anything of value to offer to Patax. And do you know what I found?" "Nothing. You have absolutely nothing to offer." Sir Stefano continues on without giving you a chance to respond. "Military, weak. Culture, weak. Economy, weak. You'd best pray to all the gods that my King Irovetti doesn't declare war on you. On the other hand, maybe you should pray he conquers you. This mess of a barony could use the rule of a... I've literally been here for less than a month. Can you just shut the fuck up?" Usually, perhaps there's such a truth to words, but my barony's still very young. Everything will be different soon. Please be frank with me. Have you ever had the pleasure of acquaintance with the hooves of a jackass? I'm tempted. Ooh, I'm tempted. Oh no. Should I be noble? Or should I tell him to go fuck himself? These are the decisions. Neutral good, fine. If anything ever changes here, it'll be the number of dung flies. Well, I shan't continue the slaughter. No use battling someone who can't even fight back. All the best. I regret it. Everything can resolve in one of 4 ways. Disaster, failure, success, or triumph. We affect the primary stats. There are 2 types of events. Problem and also opportunity. Problem event ends with a failure, decrease your stats. So increase your stats. Okay?
I do things my way.
Your Grace, we finally cleared all of the spiders from the barony, though it wasn't easy. Several people died poisoned by spiders. Some cattle perished, but for the most part, everything worked out. I wonder, was this flood of spiders truly caused by the curse? I mean, the curse must be ancient and very ominous. The spiders were definitely scary as well, but they weren't ancient and ominous. I agree with Lindsay. This does seem strange. Seems more like the plot of an insane dryad than a curse. Then how can we explain the dismal atmosphere at the Bald Hilltop? The pressure both of us felt there, Jod. Maybe the curse drove the poor dryad insane, causing her to lead the spider invasion to the barony. Tristan shakes his head incredulously. In any case, I have alarming news. As soon as the spider invasion was over, I visited the Bald Hilltop again. It's grown quiet once more, and just as gloomy as before. I don't think the curse is broken, just laying low, like a monster that rests before it feeds again. How much time do we have? Oh, a fair amount. I'd say half a year, or even more. Now that the Bald Hilltop is quiet again, I can barely feel its evil will. I'm sure we will have enough time to prepare for the next attack. Once and for all, what do you recommend? Yes, let's level the Bald Hilltop to the ground and put an end to the curse. I doubt we would be able to defeat it in such a straightforward fashion. The heart of the curse is undoubtedly centered on the Bald Hilltop, but the spiders appealed all throughout the barony. I don't think we are going to do any damage to the curse by destroying the hilltop. I would expect exactly the opposite. We'd only provoke it into attacking again, immediately on the heels of the last. No. The best we can do for now is make sure we are prepared for the next attack. Don't be such a pessimist, Tristan. We might truly be able to overcome the curse, but only by studying it thoroughly. Your Grace, I will gather all the information available on the situation and get to work. Well, let's prepare for the next attack. Tristan nods. Very wise. If only we knew more about the curse, we might figure out some way to fight it. Lindsay frowns. I don't understand. I spoke to the locals. They never heard any spider invasions before, and nothing ever happened on the hilltop before either. Now both spiders and the curse, right when the barony appeared in the Stolen Lands, all of this seems highly coincidental. She got a point. A couple points, yep, I know. All the berries. Mm-hmm. Okay, I did get some more. I want to build something that also builds loyalty. Nothing is built there yet. Is there a way to have more advisors, or am I just being silly? Ready for... Fortunately, to go. Damn.
How's a price?
Peasant woman, her face soaked with tears, approaches you quickly. Oh, your grace, woe is me. I've met my darkest hour. You're my last hope. By all the gods ever prayed to, don't leave me in need. My name is Jenna Tennyson. Our village is a short way from here. It's been 2 days since my boy Tig ran away, and I haven't seen him since. We've searched and searched, but it's no use. If you don't find him, no one else will. Do you have any idea where he might be? Jenna looks around cautiously and whispers, "There's this old hag in the gnarl marshes, a swamp witch. I won't say her name out loud. Don't you even ask. The mere thought of her chills the bones in my veins. She has the evil eye, and she eats people. She even turns into a black raven and soars in the sky. It's sure as day she took my boy." Do people disappear frequently here? They sure do. There's so many hazards around, it's hard to name them all. Wild beasts in the forest, and monsters, and some choblins, and bandits, and whatever. Even adults have a hard time surviving here. I mean, for a little kid, oh. I'll try to find him. Oh, your grace, thank you. Thank you so much. I'll be praying to Aristil to grant you long life. If there's any news, I'll be nearby in the tavern. May the good gods help you.
Stay on your toes. Hesitation is a waste of time.
I just want to see if I can see the stats of the land from here. Because I can see the stats per village, but... Okay, there we go. Stable. The barony is stable. People are content with their life and their ruler. Community 5, loyalty 16. Is a citizen's favor towards the Baroness's methods is to remember the counselor. Masters and a grand diploma on the community rank versus 4. Oh, I also get per week. I didn't know that. Probably told me, but I didn't pay attention. Oh, I can use my money to buy points? I have 5,000 right now. It's not worth it. I can buy villages, towns, and cities? Goodness. Wait, no, these are build points. These are still all build points. Yeah. I'm pressing BP over and over again. That's my problem. 32 BP per week. Okay. Alright. Loyalty is ranked 2. Nice. That's not too bad. Alright. Oops. Okay. He's not going to be able to fix the Temple of the Elk suit anyway because, what was I saying? Because we don't have 100 BP and we won't have it enough for a while. So might as well get these things done while I'm at it. And this one is +3 community, +3 loyalty, +3 military, +3 divine. Those are some good stats at the end. Okay. But that is all I'm going to play today. I went over a little bit. Oh god, I played for 3 hours. Yeah. Alright. Well, I'm going to bed for the night. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great night.